Hey, what's up guys? My name is Richard Kavanagh and I want to talk to you about 3 things in this little 10-minute reality bites. Those 3 things are, number 1, communication. Number 2, communication. Number 3, communication. Communication is the key to what we do as hairstylists. And you know, what I've observed over the years is that we get so used to doing what we do on a daily basis that we forget to communicate effectively with our clients. How many of you have ever seen somebody do, and I'm going to say this, seen somebody do this? Oh, hey, come through. Now, if I said to you, if you turned up at my house and I said, oh, hey, come through, and I started wandering off through a labyrinth of my house, and you had no idea where I was taking you, but I know, because it's my house and I'm there all the time, I know I'm taking you through to the backyard for a barbecue and I'm going to crack a beer for you. That makes perfect sense to me because I know. But you as my guest have no idea, right? How many of you have seen people do that? It's a really simple thing to do and it's a really simple error to make in communication. The second thing I want to talk to you about communication is this. Yes should always be your first response. Right? And I think sometimes we think that we're saying yes, but we're actually accidentally saying no. How many of you guys have ever seen anyone do this? And I'm going to do this again. How many of you have ever seen somebody do this? A client comes into the salon, you've been busy, you've got like a 15-minute break, you've got a busy afternoon coming up, and they come in and say, hey, could I get my hair done? And you go, not this afternoon, but you know, maybe Thursday or Friday, how would that be? And actually what you're doing is saying, yeah, I can do your hair on Thursday or Friday. But if you think about what I just said, the first thing I said was, no, not this afternoon. That's the thing that the client will hear. And even if they don't take it as read, subconsciously what they're hearing and what you're saying is no. So yes is not your first response. How about if you did it like this? And I know many of you already do this, so I'm just saying it for those of you that see this happening when somebody else does it. How would it be if that person came into the salon, you know that you're fully booked for the next 4 weeks. Can you imagine that scenario? Somebody comes into the salon, you've got a little 10-minute window there, they say, hey, can I get my hair done? You go, absolutely, I'd love to do your hair. The first available appointment for you is on Thursday the 28th at 7 p.m. Does that work for you, or would you like a different time? Now, can you see what we did there? It's exactly the same thing, right? We said, I'm not available right now, but I can be there, but yes was the first response. Subconsciously, what you're doing is creating a culture of what's the opposite of? I've completely lost my words. That's hilarious. And I'm talking about communication. You're creating a culture of abundance because the idea of saying yes and the idea of saying absolutely I can do your hair, even if it's not for 4 or 5 weeks, is about embodying the idea of abundance. There's plenty for everyone. Whereas if you say no, or if your first response is not right now, then what you're doing is the opposite of abundance and you're creating a scarcity mentality. Can you see what I'm talking about here? I'm getting at communication. Now, I know that many of you guys, in fact, probably all of you, do a fantastic consultation. So what I'm about to say next is irrelevant to you. However, you may have seen some people who maybe don't do the communication or the consultation as well as they possibly could every single time with every new guest that comes into the salon. And I know you do a great consultation, but did you know that 95% of hairdressers believe that they do a full and thorough consultation for every guest that comes into the salon? But only 7% of salon clients feel that they've ever had a consultation once in their lives. What's going on there? That to me seems like there's some miscommunication happening. It seems to me like we're thinking that we're doing one thing and our salon guests are thinking that they are not getting what we think we're giving them. Miscommunication in the salon? Wow, no way. There's never miscommunication in the salon, right? Right? Well, what our clients tell us they want, and we've surveyed thousands and thousands of people, and what they say they want is a lifestyle analysis, a hair type analysis, and a professional recommendation for their individual hair needs, a face shape analysis, and a professional recommendation for what would suit them. Pretty simple, right? Lifestyle analysis, face shape analysis, hair type analysis. Now, I know that for you, quite often you can just see someone, ask them a couple of quick questions, and you can get a very quick sense of their lifestyle based on how they're dressed, how they carry themselves, a few of the words that they use, because we're good judges of people, right? You can tell by the shoes that they're wearing, the bag that they're carrying, the way that they talk, you can tell. Okay, I get you, I see you. When you run your hands through their hair, you are informing yourself about so many important factors in their hair. Your hands are learning what? They're learning about the porosity. They're learning about the texture. They're learning about the elasticity and the strength of the hair. They're learning about the density and how much hair is there. You're looking at growth patterns, color placement, looking at where the color is and where the color isn't, how the condition of the hair is from roots to tips. Your hands are being informed and doing a comprehensive hair analysis without you even thinking about it. And then you're flipping their hair around, and as you're talking to them and looking at them in the mirror, you're actually doing a face shape analysis and looking at what's going to suit them when you push the hair around, right? You do it automatically. But here's where communication comes in, and here's where the miscommunication is happening. We're not telling our guests why we're offering them the suggestions that we're offering them. We're not telling them that their hair is a certain texture, a certain density, a certain porosity. We're not telling them that because of that we need to do in-salon treatments. We're not telling them that because of the comprehensive hair analysis that we have done that we need to add Bonder to their color. We're not telling them that because of the lifestyle analysis that we've done we need to add different things to their color or change the way that we do the haircut or change what we recommend for their take-home hair care regimen. We're not telling them that because we're not sharing the why, and that's where the miscommunication is happening. So I put this to you. As an industry, how do we elevate our industry and make it feel more professional? We concentrate on communication, that thing that we actually do really, really, really well. Why don't we focus on doing it more professionally? Let's focus on giving our guests a comprehensive consultation so that they feel seen, they feel heard, and they feel understood. Let's talk about the 9 different things that we need to understand about their lifestyle, hair habits, and hair history so we can offer them the best recommendation. Let's talk about the porosity, the elasticity, the texture, the density. Let's show them with visual tools what that actually means rather than just words. And let's use comprehensive visual tools to share our vision for them and to show them what suits and what doesn't suit based on our professional recommendation and our professional analysis of them as an individual. Can you imagine how your clients would feel if you did that for them? Can you imagine? Let me tell you what it would do to your business. It's been shown in a survey of thousands of salons that a simple, comprehensive, paper-based consultation, actually just having a conversation with your guest about their hair, increases average ticket price by 17%. Yes, 17%. That's a lot, right? That was 27. I did 27. It was 17%. That's the number. Your average ticket price goes up just by doing a comprehensive consultation. So imagine what that could do to your business. Imagine how happy your clients would feel if you just shared that with them. I've been Richard Kavanagh. This is Reality Bites. I want to thank you for creating such a wonderful industry for me to be a part of, and I want to thank you for elevating our industry on a daily basis.